Okay, so I want to show you how we can create a bit of structure and organisation to your page. That comes under the banner of alignment. So when you've got a range of graphic elements in the page, you want to be able to organise them sensibly. Now, there's a couple of ways we could do that. So if we go up to View and go down to Grids and Guides, we could put on what we call a snapping grid. We can snap elements, we can draw things based on the size of the grid that we're using. I can also go into here and click on Snap to Grid. What that means is that it will actually snap to certain points, so it knows where you are on the grid when you're trying to draw something as simple as a line. Other things we can also do is we can also put guidelines on. Now, if I drag down from the ruler, I can apply a guideline like so. If I pull it in from the left-hand side, it might be a little bit easier actually if we turn the snapping grid off. And I'm going to also remove the snap to the snapping grid. So these are called guidelines. We can drag these about and we can create a nice structured page. What that allows me to do is it allows me to snap to this these guidelines like so. So I can draw things in quite accurately, and we can position those guidelines exactly where we want them as well. All right, so it kind of makes sense. Now, to a certain extent, I use the snapping grids and the guidelines, but there's another thing we can use to create really good organization and good alignment. I'm just going to put a bunch of elements on the page. I'm just going to draw a series of wee circles here. I'm just going to clever wee tip, if you want to copy the circle, just hold the control button and then click and drag. Click and drag, click and drag, click and drag. I'm still holding that control button down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of roughly maybe try and organise them so they're all coming straight down like so. Okay, pop that one about there. This one maybe down here. So at the moment, they're all over the place. We're going to go over to the right hand side and use the Align tool. And what I can do is I can centre align them using this one here. And then I can equally distribute them down the way. And then what I've got is a nice, neat structure. Now, if I do that one last time, this time I'm going to kind of maybe take about 4 of them, pop 4 along the top here, select them all, and again go over to the Align tool, and I'm going to align them vertically through the middle, and then I'm going to distribute them evenly across the way. And what I've got is something that's got nice alignment, it's nice and organised. Just to point out, when I move this circle about, it's very intuitive, the software. It sometimes can tell what it is you're trying to do. So if I get it lined up with that centre there, like so, and then I can just keep bringing that down until wherever I want it on the page. Or another way of doing that is to select the circle, Shift key, select this circle, and I could line the centres of them. That has, however, adjusted that, so it's maybe not the best way of going about it. I could just use the kind of snap to the guidelines to get that lined up, like so. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. It's all about creating good alignment on the page. If you align things, you're creating visual unity, but you're also creating a sense of structure on the page as well.